up, everyone? This is Adventure here with another video, and I just got finished watching a lifetime story about, I guess, like a great NFL player, a great person, period, and how he was in real life. I think the whole story behind him was, you know, you do make mistakes in life, and and when you do, you change. When you get older, you mature and you change. And for all my Redskin fans out there, everybody know who Sean Taylor is. But those who don't know who he is, I advise y'all look up the lifestyle story about him. Whether y'all not into football or not, just look it up. It is a great lifetime story, and it's real touching because I remember like it was yesterday when I seen it on the news, and when they reset what they said, it just brought back when I was 15 and how it felt, like how it hit me hard, and how somebody that I really liked on the Redskins had passed away, and how that tore me up from the inside. But Chantel was born and raised in Miami, Florida. He attended college, and he attended his school there. He was real competitive, and he was real. I could say like my brother. He was pretty much. He wanted to be better. He always wanted to be that number one person, and he was the hardest hitter on defense. He could have played run back in college, but he wanted to play safety, strong safety. And they talked about how he's overprotective, and how he wanted to be, how he was smart, how he was the man of the house. And when he got older, it pretty much got solid. Like pretty much how old boys are when it comes to this type of stuff. And they talked about how pretty much how it is way back in this time when it was growing up, how it was rough, pretty much. His father was his coach, if I'm not mistaken, and how he used to take him out to get slushies and stuff, and they would have to run home in order to get the slushies. And he was so eager to be great. He lived in Miami. His family lived in Miami, and he would run from DC to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. That's what he would do. And that's why he was never tired when he was doing it or nothing. In college, I think nobody has broken his record yet. He led in 10 interceptions, 3 back for a touchdown. Great people played for him. Ed Reed played for him. He told him how he was. He was a great playmaker and a great motivator. Santana Moss played with him. Clinton Portis played with him. And it was, and as the story kept going and going, it got deeper and darker as well. When you're young, you do mistakes, and you get pretty much hard-headed, and that's all it was. And nobody's perfect. We all do mistakes, and we all did what we did, and I'll get to that shortly. But I think in 2004, he attended the draft, but he didn't go to New York City to go to be inside the thing. And he stayed at home in Miami with his family. I think he got drafted out of the second round, or first, second, or third round. And then it was Chris Cooley and 2 offensive line. And and he said right after, when you get drafted, they take you to San Diego, California, and they pretty much teach you how to be an NFL player. They tell you the do's and don'ts. They tell what you expect and what not to expect. Pretty much what they do, they tell you the do's and don'ts. And as the story kept going and going, he was hard headed. You know, when I was younger, I didn't see that because I didn't know what football really was. And you know, his first game, I think the first preseason game, he caught an interception. Then, like later on in the season, back in I remember like what you just said. I think it was in 2005. He almost caught 5 interceptions from Brett Favre, the great Brett Favre, but he caught 2, and I think he dropped 3. And you know, he was a playmaker. He played free safety. Then they pulled him to free safety so he can move around on the field. And I think that was the best fit for him because it fitted for him because he get to move around on the field because he was that fast to get quick off the line. And you know, Clinton Portsmouth was saying that when he was back in college, he could have played run back because the way he jumped over people, it's just the way he was, how fast he was, and how his family would go see him practice as well. And when he got to the NFL, you know, he had a lot of fines. I think his rookie year, I think it was 25 grand. Then now this one I can remember like it was yesterday. I remember he spit in somebody else's face, and I think my father said he need to get his stuff together because they will cut his ass off. They need to. And I was like, nah, I don't think they're gonna cut him. I think he's gonna be a good playmaker. Excuse me. And you know, he got fined for that. And then he went down to Miami to spend time with his family. He was like, at the Redskins won a Sunday game or a Monday game, they had Tuesday off. Then he had Wednesday for practice and stuff. And I think it was 2005, we had beat the Eagles to get into the wild card, and we played the Tampa Bay Bucks, I believe. And we won that game. And I think after that we played the Seahawks, and I think they lost to the Bears, I believe. But and you know, he had his daughter back in 2006, 2005, and he was very overprotective. You know, I would be overprotective if I had a son or daughter and just a newborn. You know, he was the type of person, he didn't want nobody touching him or stuff. And the sister was saying, you know, she had kids and she knew what she was doing, etc., etc. Fast forward, you know, well, I'm gonna leave that stuff out. You know, I thought it was back when I was younger, when I was still young. They said it was they said on ESPN it was an ankle sprain. I thought he hurt his ankle, but they said it was a right knee sprain that he hurt himself. And I think that he flew back to Miami to be with Slim because they had told him what happened. So, and then this is when I seen it on TV. I mean, it was helicopters in the air, and everybody was talking about what is he doing? Why is he not here practicing? And somebody said, well, this and that happened down in Miami, and he wanted to be with his family. So I remember, like, when I didn't even go to sleep that night. I didn't go to sleep like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So they said that Chantel had got shot because somebody had broke into his house, and he had got out a small machete. And when he walked to the door bursted open, and it hit him in his right upper leg, and the other bullet hit the wall. So, you know, they said blood was gushing out because it hit an artery in his right leg, and they still got the people. So they had flew him to a hospital. You know, the team didn't know nothing. They flew down there to be with him. And Clinton Portis was saying that he had dozed off, and he said that he he no he said he woke up after he was dozing off and it was still dark out. Then Santana Moss said, you know what, like once he passed away, he felt he lost a brother, and then that's when he burst out crying. That's when Porter said something, and it was like, you know, I relived all of this when I was 15 years old because, you know, I didn't know who he was, but he was family with the Redskins, and I wanted to be just like him, even though I didn't want to, even though I couldn't play football, like for physical contact. And when I believe it was November 27th, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I remember like it was yesterday. I woke up and my alarm didn't go off, so I jumped up. Me and my brother ran to the living room. We turned on the TV, and it said Chantal dies. And all that went through my mind was, I can't describe it, you know, I just wanted to burst out crying. Like, I didn't want to cry in front of my brother and sister, but deep down inside I was crying because, you know, that was somebody that, you know, I really looked up to. And when that happened, like, you know, I was like, not, like, I can't say sad, but I was lost because, you know, he was a great player for the Redskins, and it felt like, it felt like it was the other day that we drafted him. He was doing so good. And Ryan Clark said, he said, why do people say why did he wait to 21? It's because it's representing him. You know, he's still on the field in spirit for the Redskins nation. He's gone, and he will never be forgotten. He is one hell of a player that's been there for, I think, 3 years and did completely good for his career. And I really think that, I really believe that he should be in the Hall of Fame for little what he did. But like, whether or not he deserves it or not, I believe the guy have his dues. And the people in the news, people on ESPN was saying that, when you take this route, that's what the route. This is what you get. They say like he deserved all this, like he deserved to die. And I didn't appreciate, like, when they said that, I didn't know that, and I just shook my head to it because nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves to get hurt. Nobody whatsoever. But when that happened, it was like, you know, people don't know the conclusions, but they so quick to jump into it and assume something happened. This man was protecting his family and his daughter. But, you know, and I think the guy's court thing was back in February. The 4 people that assassinated him. I'm like the uncle said. He believes he already forgiven him, but he gave no eye contact whatsoever when he was giving his speech to say how sorry he was. Because if I was him and I was in the shoes, I would have told the uncle, please stand up. I would talk to you like if Sean was here, and I would tell him how sorry I am for what happened. You know, it's sad that that happened. You know, I don't know. You know, it's like, I don't know if people's a big football fan as I am, but, you know, I don't wish harm with nobody. You know, if somebody do get hurt or something and it's critical, you know, pray for them. Just because you don't like this team or you hate that team or you hate that player doesn't mean that they're bad people off the field. You know, we all have made mistakes, and we all have our times where we do bad. We're not angels. And Sean was a great person. He was definitely great inside and out. But that was the story about him. You know, Sorry I took so long telling the story. I just wanted to break it down, what they said. You know, as a fan for the Redskins, I can say it feels good because you heard so much day after day, and you know like more stuff that was actually going to happen because you like pretty much the moral of the story is you don't know what tomorrow might bring you, and you know spend every day with your family and let them know that you love them. But I'm the franchise. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about how I said this video. And if you didn't see it, go to ESPN.com or NFLnetwork.com and type in Sean Taylor's lifetime story, or you can type in it on YouTube. But have a good night.